There's my shop on the corner of Main and Cecil in beautiful downtown Winoka, Oklahoma. We'll walk a little closer here to get a better shot. This building was built somewhere around the turn of the century. Best as I can tell is about 1908. There's actually a book written about this called Homer's Place. Pretty nice, exciting book to read. Tells a little bit about the early Winoka and the trains. And this used to be an old bank building, and there on the side, the little black box up there, is the old bank alarm. We've actually fired that puppy up. It's a pretty neat deal. It was installed in 1929. Walking into my shop, right now it's kind of a mess. We've got a huge order of hoodies running. There's my exposure unit. It is a Amograph. It really works pretty nice. We have, of course, these are empty boxes awaited to be filled with these hoodies over here, which today we are about 20 pieces short. We had to get some from out of the mill. They haven't come in yet, which I'm kind of pissed about. But things happen, life goes on. Here's our Solutions electric Anatol dryer. It's cooled down. I'm going to shut her off here. Here's our speakers. We pipe music into the shop. Over there in the corner you can see our TV. I have cable down here. It's kind of a neat deal. Of course, there's the what I call Anna, or Anatol press. And over here in the corner, surrounded by screens that we're going to go upstairs and catalog them, because we print a lot of reruns for retail. And right there's our old crappy Chappie. That's what I cut my teeth on. It is a piece of art, I tell you. It has the old press, the registration system on it. It kind of a couple of them you kind of had to aim high and to the right and lock it in. It was kind of quirky, but I cut my teeth on it. It works pretty nice. In here we have a small retail area that on the weekends we do a lot of Little Sahara ATV stuff, and of course we have bins of shirts that we just retail right out of the shop. You guys have seen a lot of these on the boards. And down here we have a sale rack, a little misprints, overruns that we sell. You can see some of our designs up here. Have a little kitchen area in here that's it's messy right now. I said I need to clean. But one of the interests, I told you before that this building was a bank back during the crash. This bank actually went under in the crash of '29. This is the old vault, which is my screen room. You can see this is actually 2-foot thick walls. It was a hell of a safe back in the day. Of course, I got the screens in here. Had to raise the floor a little bit up. Here's our washout, and over here's the old. I have a pump system that I pump ink degrader through. It works pretty nice. It's a little cramped, but what else is about my inks now? They're strung everywhere. Usually we keep them pretty well cleaned up, but we've been running pretty hard, and I've got to get my help on getting this thing cleaned up. But like I said, it is really a pit right now. I'm kind of ashamed to show you this, and my wife always tells me that I need to clean, but I always tell her, when I'm cleaning, I'm not printing. When I'm not printing, I'm not making money. So what do you want me to do now? And walking to my office and stuff, again, is upstairs. Got 2 stories. That's what I hate about this. All my screens and where I code in my office is upstairs, which, you know, I make this trek every day. Oh, and here's a little show area that we have for display for our retail shop. And the trip that I've made 100,000 times already up the stairs, the famous 12 steps program. I think it's more than that. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And here is our, I'm out of breath, I'm out of shape too. This is where we keep our reruns. I catalog our screens. I've probably got well over 200 in here. Some of them I probably need to reclaim, but I'm always thinking somebody's going to order one, and then here we go. But predominantly these are all of our retails that I pull and print, and then of course over here in this corner I got stacks and crafts and boxes of shirts that I've over the years have collected. I need to do something with them. Don't know what, but I guess I'll print on them one of these days. More screens. And down the hallway, down the old narrow highway, I said highway, I meant hallway. We got a few old rooms. The old railroaders used to own this building, and they kind of chopped it up in apartments. And anyway, this is one of the old bathrooms. This is where I keep my, where I clean my scoop coaters, where I wash them out and keep junk and stuff. And as I mentioned out there, we have an old bell, the alarm, that was installed in 1929, I think. Anyway, I hooked it up, and that kind of gets people's attention sometimes walking down the street, the old bank alarm going off. It's kind of a fun deal. And back out in the hallway, and I'll show you my screen room where I coat screens. I built some racks in here where I keep coated screens. And like I said, it's kind of junky in here. Got some old manual screens over here. This is where I tape the screens to the films to the screens. I got little grid marks here. Kind of helps you keep them straight and centered. And as I said, I got some old, really neat old, I think there used to be a dentist office up here, and some of these old lights were left up here. And it's really kind of neat. I got a safe light in here. And like I said, I've got a few coated screens up there. And that's the screen room. And there is my compressor that runs the press. Just a 60-gallon Cobalt run-of-the-mill compressor. It runs the old Annie pretty good. Never had any problems. And then got a junk room in here. You'll see like some of the old guys that used to stay in these rooms, the railroaders, they would put their names on the doors. And the guy that used to own this is J.C. Dick and J.C. Moore. The guy right here is who I actually, I didn't buy the building from, but he was a previous owner to the building. And he went through a rather nasty divorce, and I read the decree, and man, he got taken to the cleaners. And but anyway, that's another story. Here's my office. There's an old Epson 3000 that bit the dust. There's my new computer system. I really haven't got everything transferred over to it. Got an old laser printer I never use anymore. There's a chair to rest my weary bones. And over here's a light table. There's my snake hunt design. I'll post that up later on. And there's another nice chair. And then here's the computer I print all my films out of. And there's my old Epson 3000. And another little tidbit about this old building. Back when I was in high school, we used to ride around town. And in this window right here, there used to be a light. And when that light was going on, there was a poker game up here. The old railroads had some really outrageous poker games that last for days. I know one old guy here that's an old rancher that lost a section of land, and that was the end of his drinking days and gambling days, according to his wife. But like I said, that's another story. Well, let's see. That's about it. I got a little ice box here that I keep refreshments in. No whiskey or beer. I don't do that stuff while I work. Regardless of what everybody else thinks, I don't drink that much. But that's about it. That's a tour of Miller Graphics in the old historic bank building. There was actually in the book Homer's Place, there was a guy that died up here, a central character in the Homer, the guy that the book was written about. died, and I believe it was in the screen room in here that he had a morphine overdose. He broke his leg, and Doc got him hooked up on morphine. And anyway, so sometimes up here late at night, I'm up here coating screens, and Homer and I, every once in a while, he'll come in and visit while I'm coating screens, and then I'll come outside, and then the old compressor will kick on, and then I'll have to go home and change my shorts, because sometimes when the wind blows up here, it gets pretty creepy. But anyway, well, like I said, there's a tour of Miller Graphics. It's just a simple place. I wish it was all on one floor. It'd be a lot better on this old man and his fat ass. But anyway, that's it.